Hi, this is Jeremy Morris. It's August 10th, 2022, and we are up to album art video number 14. It was the 1990s, and we were coming to the end of that. Actually, the year was 1999. And this is the artwork which was created by an artist named Ed James. Ed James did all the instruments on this album. He created the artwork, he did all the singing, he literally did it all except my part, which was to put it out on the label. And Ed James was the first person to sign to Jam Records besides myself. I had spent a while putting out my own music, and now I was making a shift to start releasing many other people's music. But starting with Ed lived over, and he still lives there in North Carolina, and so I had received in the mailbox a cassette tape of this guy's music, and I listened to it and I said, man, this is really good stuff. It was very happy power pop stuff, sounding somewhat like a cross between the Beatles and the Rubinoos. And so I said, okay, let's go for it. Let's dive in the pool. Let's put it out. It turned out to be a successful album. It sold well. It sold out. And not only did it sell out, but it caught wind of it in Japan, and I got a contact from a Japanese label called Airmail Recordings. Airmail Recordings in Japan. And they said, listen, we want to release this over there. So now this was the beginning of licensing more music to other countries. And so I'm going to show you the Japanese version of the CD. They changed the art a little bit. You can see right here, this is the Japanese version of it. They changed the color a little bit. And this, this cover, which was designed by Ed, is actually a parody of the first Beatles album that came out in the US. You might remember that one. It was called Meet the Beatles. And so he called his debut album Meet Ed James. And instead of putting his face in there, instead of putting a mugshot, he put a nice microphone in there. Anyway, I, to this day, think this is a great album, and Ed did a great job on it, and it was very successful. And Ed is still making music these days, but he's kind of shifted his direction, and he's doing soundtracks for, I guess, movies and different kinds of things like that, more in that kind of genre. He hasn't made an album in quite a few years, but I hope one of these days he'll get the power pop bug to bite him again, and then he'll put out some more. But until then, we have this to listen to and enjoy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.